East Africa integrates. Instant cross-border payments signal the end of financial dependency. Dangote's Zambia pledge. African capital solving African problems. From fields to factory. Mozambique's Sesame boom is a blueprint for economic sovereignty. The new balance of power is here. 3 BRICS nations now top 5 in global military rankings. Welcome to PANAF ECHO News Roundup. East Africa integrates. Instant cross-border payments signal the end of financial dependency. A quiet financial revolution is underway in East Africa. The East African Community, EAC, has launched a pilot program to link Tanzania's TIPS and Rwanda's R-Switch payment systems, enabling instant cross-border money transfers. This technical move is a giant strategic leap for African sovereignty. Here's why. Dismantling colonial-era borders. This initiative directly attacks one of the biggest obstacles to African trade, the difficulty and cost of moving money. By making borders less relevant for daily commerce, the EAC is actively building the integrated, powerful economic bloc that colonial powers always prevented. This is economic decolonization in action. Building financial sovereignty. Every instant payment between Kigali and Dar es Salaam that bypasses the SWIFT network or Western correspondent banks is a step toward monetary independence. This reduces transaction costs, keeps capital within the region, and builds a resilient African financial infrastructure that is less vulnerable to external sanctions or policy shifts from the global north. The blueprint for a multipolar Africa. This Rwanda-Tanzania pilot is just the beginning. Its success will provide the model to link all EAC nations, and eventually, the entire African Continental Free Trade Area, AfCFTA. This is how you build a self-sufficient continental economy, piece by piece, from the ground up. While the West clings to a dollar-dominated system, Africa is building its own. This is not just about convenience, it's about constructing the plumbing for a truly independent and powerful economic future. This is how you build a sovereign economic bloc. Which 2 African nations should be next to link their payment systems? Share your thoughts below. Dangote's Zambia pledge. African capital solving African problems. In a powerful display of Africa's cooperation, Nigerian industrialist Aliko Dangote has pledged major investments in Zambia's energy and agricultural sectors during a meeting with President Hakainde Hichilema. This is more than a business deal, it's a landmark shift in Africa's economic landscape. Here's the essential context. The rise of Pan-African capital. This move signifies a new era where African solutions, funded by African capital, are being deployed to tackle continental challenges. Instead of waiting for conditional loans from the World Bank or elusive Western investment, Zambia is partnering with the continent's own industrial powerhouse. This is economic sovereignty in practice. Targeting the core of development. Energy is the bedrock of any modern economy. By investing in solar and thermal power, Dangote isn't just selling a product. He's providing the fundamental infrastructure Zambia needs to power its industries, homes, and future growth. This is strategic, nation-building investment. Building a self-sufficient bloc. When the largest private employer in Nigeria invests in Zambia, it creates interlinked, resilient African economies. This strengthens the entire continental trade ecosystem under the AfCFTA, reducing dependency on extractive models that only export raw materials to the global north. Dangote's commitment is a powerful signal. Africa's development will be increasingly financed and engineered by Africans, for Africans. This is what a self-reliant, multipolar Africa looks like. Which other African conglomerate should expand its investments across the continent? Share your views below. From fields to factory. Mozambique's Sesame boom is a blueprint for economic sovereignty. Mozambique has taken a decisive step up the value chain with the opening of a modern, $30 million sesame processing factory. This isn't just a new building, it's a strategic move to capture the full economic potential of its own resources. Here's why this is an essential model for African development. Capturing the value, not just exporting the crop. For decades, The colonial-era economic model forced Africa to export raw materials at low prices, only to import the finished goods at a high cost. By processing sesame domestically, Mozambique is keeping the jobs, the profit margins, and the industrial expertise inside the country. This is the fundamental shift from being an extractive economy to a value-creating one. Smart, sovereign partnerships. The investment from a Singaporean company highlights a key multipolar trend. Nations are freely choosing global partners based on mutual benefit, not old colonial ties. This is a pragmatic partnership for technology and market access, distinct from the dependency often created by Western-led aid and loans. Building strategic independence, crop by crop. As President Chapo noted, sesame is a strategic crop where Mozambique has a global advantage. By focusing on and dominating specific value chains, from farming to processing to global export, African nations can build unshakable economic pillars, reducing their vulnerability to volatile commodity markets and foreign pressure. This factory is a powerful symbol. It proves that economic independence is built by making your raw materials the foundation of your own industrial power. This is how you build a self-sufficient economy. Which other African crop or mineral should be the next focus for domestic processing? Let us know in the comments. The new balance of power is here. 3 BRICS nations now top 5 in global military rankings. The 2025 Global Firepower Ranking is more than a list. It's a snapshot of a new world. For the first time, 3 core BRICS nations have broken into the top 5 global military powers, placing directly behind the United States and decisively ahead of traditional Western powers like the UK and France. This isn't a random shift. It's the direct result of decades of strategic investment and sovereignty. Why this is a geopolitical game-changer? The end of Western military monopoly. The top tier of global military power is no longer an exclusive NATO club. The presence of multiple BRICS nations in the top 5 shatters the myth of unassailable Western military dominance that has underpinned the post-Cold War order. The ability to project power and ensure national security is now decisively multipolar. A cohesive strategic bloc is forming. Look beyond the top 5. With Brazil, number 11, Indonesia, number 13, Iran, number 16, Egypt, number 19, and Saudi Arabia, number 24, all in the top 25, the ranking reveals the sheer scale and depth of the BRICS alliance. This is not a loose coalition but a bloc with immense collective defensive and strategic capacity, capable of counterbalancing any other alliance globally. Sovereignty is backed by strength. For global South nations, this is the ultimate guarantee of their political and economic choices. This military strength provides the hard power backbone that allows these nations to pursue independent foreign policies, resist external coercion, and negotiate on equal footing. It is the final piece in the puzzle of true sovereignty. The data is clear. The era of a single global policeman is over. The world now has multiple centers of security power, and the BRICS alliance is at the heart of this new structure. This is the hard power reality of a multipolar world. How do you see this shifting global diplomacy? Share your analysis below. That's your news roundup. What story impacted you the most? Let us know in the comments below.
PANAF ECHO, the African perspective.